Nnamdi Kanu exposed pastors who preach one Nigeria and go behind to steal from public purse. I greet everyone out there listening to me through this very broadcast. You are all welcome to yet another very broadcast. Yet to yes or no be small matter. In this very broadcast, I will be giving to you all that Nnamdi Kanu said about these men of God, who they are and what they are, and why they are going behind to steal from the public purse. Now, and again, why Nnamdi Kanu said that no court in Nigeria can be able to defeat him anywhere. And he knows why he said it, because he knows, he understood the law even more than Nigerian itself. Nigerian is even going against his own law that is being written in the constitution. Now listen very carefully, my dear listeners. Now, this very morning, Abraham separated with Lot. Why? As a result of a quarrel, right? Okay, now they were quarreling the same way that everybody is now quarreling, is the same way they quarreled then. I want all pastors to listen, please. There was actually a quarrel at the beginning of this very story. Lot was described as a very wealthy man like Abraham. Abraham was in Egypt then for a while. Okay, all right. Okay, now the proper name Abraham offered Lot is relative. Instead of us to fight, let us separate. You remember that? Okay, but what is so shocking is the reason why they were fighting. Now, please, that is why I said to people that your pastors don't understand the reason why the Biafrans are quarreling and fighting the Nigerian government. Right? You will not believe it. Now, Nigeria today, what is that thing? And I read it clearly to their hearing that what the scripture is actually saying about the country Nigeria and why Nigerian government is refusing to grant the Biafrans their quest is because Nigerian government is stealing seriously from the Biafran land. And because of what they are getting in return, they have refused to allow the Biafrans to have their way. They know that if the Biafrans are able to have their way, definitely the Biafrans will be able to retain their resources and make sure that it is not illegally taken or stolen or illegally transferred behind. Now, this man of God who has been going about preaching one Nigerian has been going behind to meet these top politicians, to seek for help as they give them millions, billions as token. Now, when they give them this support, they are now pushed to go out to preach against division of Nigeria and also against the Biafran agitation to exit Nigeria. These very people, they are doing all this because they know that if this very country is divided, or Igbo are actually given the opportunity to exit this country, definitely all those support help they are getting from the politicians will no longer come to them. Now, do you know that these same men of God have these politicians in their churches as ministers and also as members? Now, these people go to them every Sunday for prayers and also for spiritual advice. After this advice and prayers, these politicians go on to support them with a tithe offering or an offering as a token. All these are money which they get from our resources illegally. These men of God, instead of them revealing the truth to these politicians and make them know that the evil they are doing is of no use and it's not actually paying. Now, can you tell me, in all of these ministers, how many of them will say that the Igbos are not being marginalized? Or how many of them will say that it is right that no Igbo has been able to be given the chance to ascend to the seat of power? They will not say so. My dear people, this is where politics stepped into the church. And that is why the church today is no longer trusted. And that is why today, even men of God are no longer trusted. Yes, and I must say it and say very clearly, we must be very, very blunt and very careful, most especially in the place where we worship at present. Ekusigum kosidum nono. Yes, let the news be spread. So, my dear listeners, you see, Nnamdi Kanu is not just an ordinary man. He is more than a prophet. More than the prophets that you see here in this very broadcast. Yes, I'm telling you, you go check it and you see what I'm talking about. These people, after preaching, you go behind to get support and help from from these people, only to to preach heresy and also support their own ministry. And that's why you see many of them flying in jets. In jets. In jets. Tell me, who is giving them the money? Huh? Anyway, my dear listeners, I greet you on this very day. Thank you so much for giving me this time. Let me quickly hear from you on this, and what do you think about what has just been said by Nnamdi Kanu in today's court? It is a pleasure. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment to this very video. Thank you. This is The Lord TV.